Hey everybody, today we are at the Gulf Islands National Seashore in Pensacola, Florida, but this is better known as Perdido Key. And we are at the Rosamond Johnson beach access of the Gulf Shores National Park. And we're going to walk around, see what we can see. The wind is blowing like crazy right now, but I hope that you enjoy it. This is new territory for us, maybe new territory for you too. So, you ready? All right, let's go. It does. So this is the Gulf Islands National Seashore. So this worked out great.
This where you park?
That's a parking lot.
Is that handicap up there?
It looks like it is. But if not, you can park over there. Looks like they're working on the parking lot right now. So this is actually my first time ever walking out to the Gulf. I've always been on the Atlantic Ocean side. This is the Gulf of Mexico side of Florida. Shocking. pretty exciting for us because we are from the Atlantic Ocean side of the world. So it's nice to be able to see a different time of water. Come out here along the beaches. Even though it is extremely cold right now. We've been looking forward to this trip for quite a while, honestly, but it's really recent. It is so cute. So this beach was named in honor of Rosamond Johnson Jr. And it says, in grateful memory of Private Rosamond Johnson Jr., who died in the service of his country in the military operations in Korea on July 26, 1950. He stands in the unspoken line of patriots who have dared to die that freedom might live and grow and increase its blessing. Freedom lives, and through it, he lives in a way that humbles the undertaking of most men. And it says, sacrifice honored. On June 27, 1950, President Harry S. Truman authorized the United States military to assist the United Nations in opposing the invasion of South Korea by North Korea. Less than a month later, on July 26, Army Private Rosamond Johnson Jr. was the first Escambia County resident killed during the conflict. On the day he was killed, Johnson, a member of the 24th U.S. Infantry, carried 2 wounded soldiers to safety. He was fatally wounded by the enemy while attempting to save a 3rd wounded man. Private Johnson was 17 years old and was posthumously awarded the Purple Heart. He was so young. And this says Jim Crow and segregation. In the century that followed the Civil War, local laws and societal norms known collectively as Jim Crow were instituted throughout America. These laws and norms were based on the racist belief in white supremacy and were intended to keep African Americans from fully realizing their rights. Along the Gulf Coast, this meant most beaches were reserved for white people only. This beach, however, was one of the few places where black citizens could enjoy the natural beauty and recreational opportunities of beaches along the Gulf of Mexico. Rosamond Johnson Jr. Beach. Shortly after the Korean War, the Sunset Riding Club Incorporated suggested renaming this beach in honor of Private Johnson's sacrifice. In 1973, this area became part of the Gulf Islands National Seashore, and the name was retained by the National Park Service. So that shows him at age 10 and then in his U.S. Army uniform. And this is a map right here showing Johnson Beach. You got the East Pavilion, West Pavilion restrooms next to the pavilions and beach showers located next to the West Pavilion, which is all that over there. This says water all around. Water surrounds this barrier island and in more than just the obvious places. Below your feet is a lens of fresh water which floats on top of denser salt water. Rain collects in this protected lens and is pumped up through a well to provide the drinking water at this filling station. So that will be right there. So this talks about raising the next generation, undeveloped barrier island service, maternity warrens, and nurseries for shorebirds. Between March and September to threaten snowy plover and least turn, the Wilson's plover and the black skimmer make nests in shallow depressions in the sand. This is eggs in the sand. Female Kemp Ridley, loggerhead green, and leatherback sea turtles crawl ashore and lay eggs in the sand from May through August. About 60 days later, the hatchlings emerge and make their way to the Gulf. And this is the wandering sands. Like a young child, sand hardly stands still. Winds and waves constantly build and sculpt the islands and dunes. Over thousands of years, rivers have carried white quartz particles from the southern Appalachian Mountains into the Gulf of Mexico. This talks about the Perdido Key area. This section of Gulf Islands National Seashore includes Rosamond Johnson Beach, a day-use area, and an undeveloped area of Perdido Key. Here, parkgoers may enjoy wildlife and other natural features of the island, walk the Discovery Trail to explore the dunes, salt marsh, and wooded wetlands. Along the road to the east, use the boardwalks to cross over the fragile dunes to beaches on both the Gulf of Mexico and the calmer waters of the Big Lagoon. Ask at the entrance station about camping in the area. I'm not going to camp anywhere. And this says Gulf Islands National Seashore. This national seashore protects our historical heritage and ever-changing features of the Gulf Coast. How are you? Other than cold.
I'm doing great. You're cold?
It's a little chilly. This is pretty down here. And that's the pavilions right there. You got tons of picnic tables and everything under there. This is nice. I am loving all these seagulls perched up here on these handicap signs. It's just, they're just looking at the people coming in, I guess. That's cute. So now we're just driving on the road back here at the Gulf Shores National Seashore. See where it ends up at. I wonder if they have to get out here and blow the sand off the road, or if they just let it stay like that.
Oh, it looks like snow.
It does look just like snow.
And the people's dressed like snow.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is cold out there today. It's 50 degrees. And that's cold for Florida. It's cold for anywhere, really. It's so beautiful. This is different than our beaches. You could never drive beside our oceans like this.
It's a ship.
Oh yeah, it is. I'll get that one and we're on that side road coming back out.
I don't know where this road's gonna end.
It's gonna have to let us back out though, because it said no outlet whenever we were coming in.
And might have to drive like Chris doing.
Doing that.
You can make a Wonderland movie out of this.
I know. Boy, it's like a winter wonderland today. That's a little chilly. But I've noticed that most people here have on shorts and hoodies. And I've got on a hoodie and sweatpants. I don't think I got to worry about sweating today.
I'm gonna just turn around.
I would just go down. It's gonna end eventually. Blue that water is. I can't believe how blue that water is over there.
There's green over there.
It's very blue on that side though. I don't have anything like that at home. said, that is so gorgeous. I mean, just look at it.
This is our roundabout.
You wonder where it was going to end at. Here you go. I told you it eventually had to end. Oh, that's pretty right there. Beautiful. Just look how beautiful and blue that water is on that side over there. I've never seen anything like that in my life.
I bet you this is pretty in the springtime.
It's pretty right now.
In the summertime.
Probably crowded in the summer.
All the oats, sea oats, probably going to be up in there.
Mm-hmm. That water is so blue. Already past where the boat was? Oh, I see it. I guess it's a shipwreck, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can get a picture of that too. If it's not a shipwreck, then they've just docked there and
Mm-hmm.
so they can enjoy the park. It's still interesting to see it out there, though. Definitely a beautiful place.
That man must be in a hurry.
Must be power walking. Might do that every day, though.
Hmm?
Probably does that every day. That's so pretty. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and end the video for this section of the Gulf Shores National Seashore in Perdido Key, better known as Pensacola, Florida. And if that's not right, that's the address I'm getting, because I really don't know where I'm at. The address says Pensacola, so we're going with that, but all the signs around here says Perdido Key, so it's one or the other. But anyway, this was a totally beautiful place to visit. I'm so happy Mom has that National Parks Pass. It's just so nice, because I was beginning to think that this was just a wasted trip over here, because after we could not get into the state park, I'm not saying we couldn't get into it, but I didn't see the envelope to pay, so that was the factor with that. But this was so nice. Yeah. What did you think of it?
It was good. It's cold out there, dude.
It's a little chilly,
but it was good.
Yep. Any other thoughts? Any other thoughts?
Not really. Subscribe if you hadn't.
I knew she was going to throw that in there. Yes, so if you have made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the little history lesson that came with this one right here today. It was named in honor of a 17-year-old man that was killed during the Korean War. So that was very interesting to find out. I did not know that, about him. I'd never heard of him before, but now I know. So if you watched the video, now you know. And if you like the video, you can give it a thumbs up. You can share it, comment. I love comments. And as long as they're positive, of course. And we'll see you somewhere else.
Hope so.
Bye.
Bye.